Hi everybody, Carol here. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be making another Christmas card, a Shadowbox card, an accordion Shadowbox card. And this is the size of the sheet of paper I need. I need two of them actually, 7 by 8.5. It's going to be a 5 by 7 card, and I will have these instructions up at the, or the measurements I should say, up at the end of the video in a still shot. But I'll start off on my scoreboard by measuring 1/2 of an inch over, which puts it at 8. From then on, everything is 1 inch, 7, 6, and 5. That is my 5 by 7. Everything past 5 to 8.5 is going to be folded in an accordion. Now I turn it over to score in between those other scores. This will go directly to the 1 inch mark, which is 7.5. 6.5 and 5.5. I was just taught that when you score, you kind of break those fibers of the paper down, and it makes it easier for that paper to fold over. It kind of almost splits it to enable it to fold better, separates it. So I take each fold and burnish it just to get a crisper edge. And so it goes over, under, and then when I get through, I go ahead and fold the whole thing up and give it a good burnish. That way I try to line the edges up as best I can, and I'll put some kind of clips on it, whether a paper clip or another kind of clip, and then glue that edge, because that will glue to the other one. This is the front, or I should say actually well, it is the front and the sides, and then I will have a back and sides. I'm just showing different ways. I'm going to cut out a window. You could draw a window. You could put it on your scoreboard and score the window. I'm leaving a 1/2 inch frame all the way around. So if you scored it, you also could take your pencil and draw a line in there, or your craft knife and groove in there. But I tried that and it left a pretty rough edge. So, but you could give it a try. I don't know what it would do to your scoreboard either, but anyway, and then of course you could take it to your trimmer and cut it out. So now on to the dies, the part that make up this card. This is an older Tim Holtz Christmas Cardinal die. Some of you may have that. It's just a really pretty die, and it makes a pretty die cut, and it's a cardinal on a branch, and when you punch it out, this is what it looks like. But I'm not going to use the whole thing pretty as it is. I just want the branch, so I'm going to cut off the cardinal and save it for another day. And so that's what it looks like without the cardinal on it. And then this is a Doris Embossing Essentials die called Small Swirl, and I cut out several of those in different shades of blue, and you'll see them in a minute. Now this is an older stamp set also from Stampin' Up called Delightful Decorations, and I'm going to do, there are 3, well actually there are 4 Christmas balls. I'm going to use 3 of them, and I'm stamping them in different colors, and you'll see more even later. And then this set also comes with a punch. So I slide the ornament down in to fit the opening in the punch. Hold it from the back side so that I can see where it is. It does leave a little white edge around it. You can easily go back and trim that off if you don't like it. I have a pretty much of a white background, so it didn't matter too much to me. Now this is the gorgeous glitter paper. It's corrugated. It is so pretty, and it's very heavy. So I cut it slightly smaller than the 5 by 7 because of the thickness of it, so that I can fit it in there. But anyway, I'm adding the front to the back, lining the accordion up. The flap is going on the inside of the card because the glitter paper is going to cover up that flap. If I could have glued it to the back, but it would show on the back of the card. So I'm lining up the glitter paper, and gluing it down, and then bringing in my other pieces that I have already put glue on, because I use Tombow glue and it's repositionable if you let it dry, which doesn't take long at all, and then you can pull it up and down as much as you need. So I'm attaching the branch, as you can see here, to the first fold. I could have gone straight to the silver glitter, but I wanted it to have a little bit of a shadow too. So I'll put it on the first fold, a little tip of glue, or I should say a little dot of glue on the tips of the branches, and I'll move that up a little higher, and then I'm putting the clips on the folds so there's not such a strain at this point on the glue. After I get a few pieces going, all the glued pieces will help hold each other together, and it'll also hold the box together. So there won't be such an issue. But these are my swirls. A little bit of glue, after I determine where I want to put them, a little bit of glue on the tips, except for that dark glue, and I'll show you in a minute. And glue them to another fold, the next fold up, or wherever you want to. It's your design, whatever you want to do. What I do on this, I put a little tip of glue, or a little dot of glue on that ornament, put it into the fold I want, and now I'm going to actually glue the swirl to the back of the ornament. So they are all the same level. They're both the same level, and then kind of hooked it in to one of the white swirl. Now this you do not have to do. I just do this on my own because I put another little thin strip of paper on the top and bottom of that picture frame just to give it more sturdiness, more stability. Now I'm closing it up, closing the frame, so now it's all one box, determining where I want to place the other ornament, and I will glue that swirl to that ornament, and you can see the shadows there. Now I will take the bottom ornament off. I had glued it on its tip to the frame, but I want to take it off now, and an extra branch that I cut out, I cut it apart just so I get the little fine branches. They almost look like a little fir tree branch, and so I'm gluing that on there, and now I'm going to glue the ornament onto the back of those little ferns. I'm getting an idea of just where it would go, and then it's not that difficult. Just put a little bit of glue on the back of those branches. There you go, and then stick the ornament onto it. Cut off the overhang on both ends. Can take the clip off now. It's all holding itself together. And I will show you, if you want to, you can put some foam tape at the back to make those all stand out and cast even more of a shadow in the shadow box. If you're going to mail it, you might not want to do that, but I'm showing where I have foam tape stacked up, little pieces like I think 3 and 4 and 5 deep, and how they are attached to that. It would be pretty sitting out as a decoration on a tabletop or a fireplace or wherever you would like to put it. So now I'm going to pull in the silver paper and let you see that. By the way, I did kind of try to match the colors of the ink on the ornaments with the colors of the cardstock, and just for interest. So that pretty much takes care of this card. I hope you enjoy, but I decided to also make a flat card, which is super easy for mailing. That I mounted the glitter paper onto some cardstock, a cardstock base. I didn't open to show you, but there is a card underneath there. I'm lining up where I want the branch to go and where I want the swirls to go, and you'll be able to tell if you haven't already. These are different colors of blue. They're almost a gray, a dusty blue gray, and I'm positioning them. I have glue on them already. I'm mashing them down, and then there are the ornaments I tried to match up with the same colors, and put them down, and you can see a comparison in a minute and see which color scheme you like better. But that is a pretty flat card. I decided I wanted to put a sentiment down there, a Merry Christmas sentiment. I think it balances it very well and fills in the card. And so that's what that one looks like. It's still beautiful. It's not a Shadowbox card, but it is a beautiful flat card if you needed to make multiples. So I'll slide it over and bring in the Shadowbox, let you see the comparison and the size, the shape. They're both 5x7, and then also the comparison of the colors. So I hope you enjoy. I really enjoyed this card. I just think it's cool and wintry and crisp looking, and also I like blue and white for Christmas cards, as well as the traditional red and green, of course, or all kinds of colors. But I hope you like this and enjoy it. I will have some still shots at the end so you can see the different ones. And then at the very end, I'll link you to some other videos that I've made. The last one I made, which was a village scene, a church scene, and it was landscape style as opposed to this one being portrait style. So, and I tilted it a little bit so that you could see the depth. And then there are the measurements there. You can pause that and write those down if you want to make one exactly like this. So there's a chance to subscribe and give a thumbs up. So I appreciate it. Thanks a lot. By the way, just a quick correction. That second card is not a completely 5x7. It is a 5x6 3/4. And just in case you caught that, because I thought that doesn't look the same to me. So sorry about that. See you later. Bye-bye.